Welcome to another episode of Tea Time with Adam. Today I'm sampling every single Trader Joe's tea that I could find at my local Trader Joe's to let you know if they're wonderful or not so wonderful. There were some surprises. I took several days to do this and I think you're gonna love some of the discoveries you will make. Let's begin. Our first tea is mint watermelon flavored black tea. Alright, here we go, tea number one. I don't think of black tea and watermelon as being something that I would normally put together, but let's see what happens. Prove me wrong, Trader Joe's. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Ooh. That's not bad. That's not as strong as I expected. It's very lightly flavored with watermelon. I would say the black tea is the dominant flavor. It's not bad. It's, again, I don't know. Like, I feel like I might get tired of watermelon if I had to drink it every day, but maybe periodically this might be interesting. Let me try a little more. Yeah, it's more of a hint of watermelon than it's not like watermelon juice or whatever. It's tea still. It's more tea with just a splash of watermelon. So I'm gonna give this guy maybe a B. Okay, actually in editing this video, it's taken me a while, so I've had a lot more time to try out these teas. I'm gonna modify some of these grades.
Next item will be sampling the decaffeinated candy cane green tea.
I don't normally think of candy canes and green tea as rolling together, but we're gonna find out. I just brushed my teeth, so I don't know if that's gonna influence the taste. Because we're gonna find out that too. Interesting. I could see this definitely going with something sweet, like maybe adding some honey. I don't normally add sweetener, but if that's your thing, this might be your cup of tea, if you know what I mean. I like it. I don't know if I'd drink this like every day, but it's not bad. I could see this, it kind of puts me in a Christmas mood. I've also never seen any polar bears drinking tea, so I think their packaging's a little shifty. I'm gonna give this a B-. Actually, I came to like this tea even more, and I'm giving it an A-. What we got next is some organic peppermint herbal tea. I like peppermint. It's been a long while though since I've had any. The ingredients in this are pretty simple. It's just organic peppermint. It's good. The drink that I have the most with mint is Moroccan Mint, which I'll review very soon. But this tastes different from that. I don't know if that has more spearmint, perhaps. But this is good. It's been a while since I've had pure peppermint, so I enjoy this. This is, again, another option that would be great, probably with honey. Pretty good. I like this. A-. I think the next one is the biggest box in the store. 48 bags of English breakfast tea. It smells like Lipton. I never get black tea because I usually get green tea instead. This is probably not going to be a surprise. If you like black tea, then this is probably what you expect. And if you don't like black tea, I don't really love black tea. The only thing I kind of appreciate about black tea is it has a slightly different level of caffeine. I think it has more caffeine than green tea. So when I do drink it, it just feels like closer to coffee, almost that level of caffeine that I never drink. So it's a bit surprising. It actually, after drinking green tea straight without sweetener for years, this almost has like a sweetness to it. But it also has like, I can see if you steep it too long that it's pretty strong. It's black tea. What do you expect? I'm going to give it a C+ because I don't really love black tea, but I enjoy it sometimes. I'm upping my rating for this to a B-. Next, 100% ginger drink mix. Okay, I looked at the ingredients on this next one, this ginger drink mix. The ingredients are basically, just ginger powder. That's it. So how is this a mix? I feel a little buyer's remorse already because essentially you can buy, ginger tea. It's just ginger spice and you can get and make it on your own. Just dump it in. What am I getting here? I'm just getting packaging and some clever marketing. That is very strong. That is a lot of ginger. I was not expecting quite that much ginger. Yeah, so this, maybe this mix should be spread over several cups of tea for several people. This is pretty strong, or, add some sweetener or something, because this, on its own, let me try it again. It wasn't as bad the second time. I'm getting used to the ginger flavor, but it's intense. So maybe this is just if you have a sore throat or something, but intense. Kind of a marketing trick. I'm going to give it a C because I don't think it's that delicious, obviously. But also I'm kind of put off by the marketing tactic. This is just ginger spice. What a scam. They throw some marketing on the box. In some cultures, ginger is revered. At Trader Joe's, it's revered as delicious! Exclamation point. So delicious, in fact, that ginger powder is the sole ingredient. The sole ingredient. So they're trying to, what's it called? Turn a bug into a feature. We take fresh ginger grown in northern Thailand. Ooh, make it sound exotic. Which is known to be a bit sweet. And instead of subjecting it to a long, hot dehydration process, we use spray dry technology to transform it into powder. That sounds so futuristic. Instead of overwhelming earthiness, you get a delicate... This was overwhelming earthiness. You get a delicate, easy dissolving powder with concentrated ginger flavor. This is not delicate. This thing could stop a rhinoceros in its tracks. I feel like
Next, Red Refresh Herbal Tea. Are you ready to get refreshed?
Ingredients: hibiscus, rose hips, lemongrass, peppermint, orange peel, lemon verbena, natural flavors, wild cherry bark. Cherry. I could not tell you what a hibiscus looks like. I'm really bad at plant identification. A little factoid. I realize I'm enjoying the process of not knowing when I taste it if I'm going to like it or not, and reacting on camera. I guess I kind of see the appeal. I'm more curious though, like what's going to happen, because I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I feel like I'm going to like it from the smell in the bag, but sometimes there's a twist. You never know. My first thought is like Kool-Aid. Tastes like Kool-Aid. Yeah, it's like unsweetened Kool-Aid. If you had Kool-Aid without the sugar, without a pound of sugar in it. So I'm sure if you want like a sugary-less Kool-Aid, this is your choice. Or if you want to make this taste like Kool-Aid, just add a lot of sugar. I like this. It's almost, I feel like I'm drinking juice. This is good, but I don't know if I'd get tired of it or not. I'm going to give it B+.
Organic Chamomile Herbal Tea. Oh yeah.
This is chamomile, organic chamomile. I'm not expecting any great revelation in chamomile. I'm sure it's going to taste like chamomile, kind of like that cross between hay and piss. Let's see. That's actually pretty good. It's been a while since I've had chamomile. It just makes me think of like sleep, because I would usually drink it a few hours before sleep. Funny how tea flavors carry so many memories. Yeah, for nostalgia, I think I just have to give this in the A range. I'm going to give it an A-.
Check out the unconventional color scheme on the next one, clearly trying to put itself in coffee territory. It's maple espresso black tea blend.
What if you want tea, but you also want coffee in the exact same instant? Well, then I've got the tea for you. This smells really good. This is the best smelling of the teas that I've had so far. It smells like ice cream. I've had less than, I think, 5 glasses of coffee in my entire life, but I love coffee ice cream. I think it's one of the best flavors. So I guess we'll see how this goes. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's very coffee flavored, and maybe that's new to me. Maybe you drink coffee all the time, so this would be like not a novelty, but for me this tastes really smooth and good. Once again, could probably use a little sweetener maybe. I keep talking about adding sweetener, and I actually remembered I have stevia. Stevia? I never remember how you say this. But let's try it. Not only did I add stevia to the drink mix, I also looked up the pronunciation. It's stevia. All right, taste test. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, a little sweetener does help. I like this can't decide if it's tea or coffee mix. It's pretty good. I'm going to give it an A.
Decaffeinated Irish breakfast black tea. Show me what you're working with.
I think this is a great example of packaging and marketing. This is, what are the ingredients in this? Decaffeinated black tea. That's it. It's just black tea. But they put a little dude on his Victorian bicycle and they use this. I don't know, it's too much glare. Anyways, it's marketing. But I just went on a walk. I'm thirsty, so let's see how it goes. It just evokes images of Lipton iced tea. Nasty. Who drinks this garbage? This is the reason people don't like tea, because they try this and they think, yeah.
Give that one a C. Our next tea, spiced chai.
I left the room for a moment, and when I returned, the room smelled like chai. Oh yeah, very good. But if you don't like chai, you probably shouldn't get a tea with chai in the title. That's good. It evokes so many wonderful flavors. So I'm going to give this an A+. Yes, an A+. You heard me right. An A+.
I remembered I had purchased a set of fake mustaches recently, and what better way to spice up this review segment? What better way? They really go out of their way to emphasize that these are fake mustaches, not real. The brand name is Joking Around. And the mustaches are modeled by children, just so you're clear. These are not real mustaches. Or are they? With just a few micro adjustments in the contours of a mustache, you can jump from a character such as the wise guy to a villain or a Casanova. Decaffeinated green tea. Tell me about it.
All right. I drink decaf tea. I drink green tea. I don't drink green decaf tea, though. I heard that it destroys something. The health benefits of green tea. Is that true? Someone tell me in the comments. I'm expecting this. I usually buy the sencha and the regular green tea from Trader Joe's. I'll be reviewing them soon, but this is the decaf. So will it taste more like the sencha or the regular? That's what we're going to find out. I'm like one of those people that if you turn their faces upside down, it looks like a face still. It still works. Like it's gonna fall. No. That tastes okay. Tastes like green tea. What do you expect? Better than black tea. Better than that morning Irish tea, whatever that was.
I give it a B-. Are you the young and the restless? Then the next tea will really flip your script.
All right, well rested. What you got? Let's see how well rested I'll be, because I'm gonna film the rest of this video tomorrow, so we'll know, won't we? It's kind of minty. Not minty as mint, but minty, mint-esque. I hear that chamomile that shows up first. It's kind of like a boring mint, like the least interesting mint you can imagine. It's okay, maybe you drink this for effect, but I'm gonna give it a B-.
Organic herbal detox cleansing blend. Time to clean the shambles of your life with this tea.
Next day, I feel so well rested, but I feel like I need some detox. It's raining outside, by the way. I hope that doesn't distract you. This is the only one that says you shouldn't use the product for more than 2 weeks without allowing for a break. I don't know why, but that's kind of weird. I drink this occasionally. It's pretty good. This is one of the first that I already had before this video. It tastes kind of chai-y, cinnamony, cardamom-y. Pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'd say this is A-.
Organic pomegranate white tea. I think this is the only white tea. The others are green, black, or herbal.
I realize I've had this tea millions of times. It's an old fave. So how am I going to do a fresh reaction? I got a solution. I said, I'll bring in a special guest, someone who's never had this pomegranate white tea. So sir, you've never had this tea before, is that correct? It looks like blood. Whose blood is it? No, it's not blood. It's tea. It's okay. Go ahead and try it. Okay, I like blood. How is it? It's alright. It doesn't taste like blood. That's a good thing, right? Whatever. Be blessed.
Next, organic ginger turmeric herbal tea.
So, bit of an incident between this cup of tea and the last cup of tea. I took a walk in the rain that I mentioned before. Very heavily raining. I was walking down the hill. I was not walking fast at all. I was a little high. I slipped. I fell. I've never slipped. Yeah, since I've lived here, I've never slipped. And today I decided to slip, and I landed on my wrist very hard. I didn't break it, fortunately. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if I'll be able to play piano today with this hand. I just have to practice left hand. Anyways, I can still drink tea. You'll be delighted to hear. This is an old favorite of mine, probably my favorite decaf tea that I drink regularly. Yeah, pretty good. I'm gonna give this A-. Probably the healthiest, I think, tea that they make that is decaf. Has ginger, has turmeric, wild and crazy.
What we got next, organic blood orange Rooibos herbal tea blend.
For years, Trader Joe's had I think it was red Rooibos tea that I drank all the time. It was my go-to decaf. And then all of a sudden, at one point, they just dropped it. It disappeared. It vanished. And I asked them, of course, they give you the usual, oh, we're just probably out. Years elapsed before they sold a red Rooibos, or actually a Rooibos tea again, this one. I saw this maybe a month or so ago, and I'm like, ooh, it's back. But there was a difference. They've added blood orange. So now, this tastes nothing like Rooibos. It tastes like blood orange. I cannot, if you handed me this without telling me what it was, I would have no suspicion of Rooibos. So if you're expecting Rooibos, you probably want to look elsewhere. But this is a pretty good tea, I have to admit. I liked it more than I expected. The blood orange gives it a, not like orange juice, obviously. But it's good. I'm going to give this B+.
Organic Earl Grey Tea.
Next morning, my hand is vaguely better. Thanks for asking. First tea of the day, Earl Grey. This could be my first cup of Earl Grey ever. I'm not sure. Wasn't this Captain Picard's favorite drink?
Earl Grey.
I looked up the only difference between this and black tea that I can tell is they add bergamot oil, which is from an orange. I didn't know what a bergamot was. It's kind of a soury orange. So what's this going to taste like? I've probably had this before. I just don't remember it right now. I mean, once I taste it, maybe I'll know. Like, aha! It smells like nasty Lipton, like usual. So I'm already kind of prejudiced against this. I don't know, Picard, what do you got going here? I don't think I care for this. This is like, yeah, this is even more Lipton-esque. So if you like Lipton, I'm not judging you. That's okay. You can like Lipton, black tea, or Earl Grey, and all this, but it's not my cup of tea. If you're gonna do black tea, you gotta do something to it to make it not taste like black tea, because otherwise, I'd much rather have green tea. I think I'm gonna give this, I think D+. I do not like this one.
Organic straight up green tea time.
Just to be clear, I had mentioned that I was in the teas that I regularly buy now. I just want to clarify that I do not regularly buy that Earl Grey. It snuck in with my regular teas here at the end because I didn't want to drink any more caffeine yesterday. But now, from here on out, the final 3 teas I do regularly consume. So let's get to the first one, which is just the regular straight up green tea. I know there are different varieties of green tea. I don't know what this variety is. It doesn't say in the ingredients. It just says green tea. So I don't know what that means. But after this, I will be doing my sencha tea review, taste test. I've drank this tea a million times. It's not the greatest flavor because I find this green tea I don't know, it has more of that quality of green tea that if you drink it on an empty stomach, for example, which I'm doing right now, it can make you a little queasy. The sencha I like more, so keep that in mind. But green tea, supposedly one of the healthiest things you can do to regularly drink, so consider it even with the nasty, or eat it, drink it on a full stomach, not an empty stomach like I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing this, but here we go. I mean, I drink this all the time. Actually, this is pretty good. I've had green teas. Sometimes they'll mix green teas with like peach or something, and that just makes it nasty. I don't know why they do that, but I like green tea. Maybe it's just because I drink it regularly. Maybe if I did drink Earl Grey regularly, I would become a Picard and just love it, but I don't see the point because green tea, a lot more health benefits, and I just naturally prefer it. Yeah. Gonna give this guy a B+.
Organic sencha, Japanese green tea.
You know, I drank green tea for years. It was okay. It wasn't like I loved it, but I knew it had health benefits. So it was like my go-to caffeine source. But then Trader started selling this sencha tea. I got it just out of curiosity to see what was the difference. And yeah, I like this. I don't know, it just doesn't have, it's just gentler, and even though I've steeped it for like 30 minutes, this is a wonderful tea. This is my go-to. If you've ever tried green tea and you didn't care for the taste, this is my suggestion, sencha. It is a little more palatable than your standard American style green teas, and it allows you to steep it for 30 minutes, no problem. Get all those antioxidants and what have you. So I'm gonna give this, because this is my go-to tea in the morning when I want to wake up, when I try to get at least a cup of green tea in every day. So this is my go-to. Like the other one, it's okay in a pinch, but this is my tea. So I'm going to give this an A.
Organic Moroccan mint green tea. If you're wondering why I only show some tea boxes from the side, from the short side, it's because those tea boxes have been wildly torn open because I'm a savage.
Well, we've reached the end of this journey with my final tea, Moroccan Mint. And I'm kind of out of breath because I just went out, and when I got back, I had to pee like Niagara Falls because I'm drinking so much tea. I'm not blaming you, I'm just saying, quite an adventure. If only I could drink tea forever and ever and make an endless tea tasting video. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Well, maybe I'll do that in the future. The only way to find out is to subscribe, so I'll see you there. This is great, I love this tea. This is not decaf. It has a bit of green tea, so it's slightly caffeinated, but nowhere near green tea, pure green tea, and nowhere near black tea. So this might be a good tea, you know, mid-late afternoon when you want a slight kick of caffeine, but you don't want to stay up all night long. Delicious taste, more like mint, I would say, than green tea. I think that's the main reason they drink this, because they wanted, you know, it probably started out as green tea and they wanted like something a little more flavorful, so they added some mint and they add some sugar. I don't add sugar, but I think that is the traditional way. I've been to Morocco, actually. I think, if I remember correctly, I did drink Moroccan mint in Morocco, and it's pretty good. I appreciate this, Morocco. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm going to give this is a pretty good tea. I'm going to give it an A. Well, that was exhausting. Well, that was wonderful. I think the big takeaways from this is that I don't like black tea for the most part on its own.
No, I changed my mind. It's all right.
That red espresso tea, whatever that was, the coffee tea, they couldn't decide if it was coffee or tea, that was pretty good. But I'm not a coffee drinker. Maybe you coffee drinkers can try that. Let me know, how does that compare to coffee? Is it like, would you drink it and be like, why would I drink this when I can just drink real coffee? Or is it like, this is pretty cool? That watermelon tea did not care for. And most of the other teas were about what I expected, I would say. So yeah, I hope this helps you in your tea-faring adventures at Trader Joe's and elsewhere maybe. Maybe, like I said, I'll do another tea video in the future. Only way to find out is subscribe. See you there, amigo. Ah.